Peace, 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 soul tribe. Yours truly, Iris Soul's Journey. Tarot, Grand Rising, Great Day, Osiyo, good morning. Bonjour. How's everybody doing this morning? Morning conversations. Let's have a discussion, y'all. Let's give y'all a couple minutes to come in here. Denise, what's up? Look at that. She said she hear me loud and clear. That's all I be wanting to know. She got me loud and clear. What's going on, Denise? Doing all right? Man, do I need to touch bases with you. That book is awesome. We're going to see what's going on here. Give y'all a couple minutes to come in here. Live in the moment. Grand Rising, everybody. Now, this video is for information, confirmation, clarification only. So take what resonates, ignore the rest. Always follow your divine intuition, especially when you're making life-changing decisions. So, yeah, it worked. Yeah, I appreciate the book. Appreciate you sending it. Yes, 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 yes. Full moon in Aries. Morning conversation. Y'all come on in here if you're interested in a personal energy reading. The email information is in the description box of this video. We want to support the channel. The Cashapp PayPal information is in the description box of this video. You keep sending me these here gifts, Danique. I'm going to have to start sending you some more gifts. Yeah. I appreciate everything. Full moon, Aries. What is this full moon in Aries is all about? What is it all about? You know, for thousands of years, long before we had what we call a clock, the cosmic was the clock. And due to various civilizations, groups of people of civilizations, they took advantage of this here and tried to replace space with time. And now so many people are fascinated with the clock or time. Everything is based on time as opposed to everything being based on space. So when I think about this full moon, it's all about motivation. Thank you, Denise. Motivation, self-discovery, letting go, courage, strength, independence. Yes, and I'm loving it. Also, even discovering one's soul's journey, your purpose for being here. Because we're in this here energy now, folks. The further we go, quote unquote, in the future, the more and more people, the more and more nations, the more people will start to take action towards their spiritual independence, right? So just letting go things that no longer serve you, of course. trusting in your instincts, primal energy, acting properly. And I love that. Boldness, being assertive. Some of the, for this here Aries full moon, there are some crystals, stones, or what have you, like your tiger's eye. And normally I wear my crystals that depicts the energy that's in the cosmic or in the air, so to speak. So tiger's eye, right? Smoky quartz is another one. Black tourmaline. Uh, what else is there? Chameleon, chameleon. I'm sorry. So these are the types of stones and crystals that you can wear. Now, always remember, for those of you who are involved into, various different rituals, um, just make sure and very sure that your intentions are solid. And that's what's important right now. There's nothing wrong with doing um, rituals, because it's not so much when people think of rituals, habits every day. When people think of rituals, the majority of the people on the planet, hit that like button, y'all. The majority of the people on the planet, when you say the word ritual, first thing comes to their mind is something dark, satanic, if you will, of which I don't believe in no Satan. The only devil I ever encountered looked like me and you. They're called humans. Of course, there are dark deities, there are dark energies, there's all of this here that goes into play, but the majority of the evilness you are ever going to be confronted with is going to come in the form of people, not some long pitchfork tail being underneath the ground deep somewhere. That is not your problem. That energy, that folklore, that myth, it is not your problem. But when people start thinking evil, when you say rituals, habits, you got to realize we all do rituals. We all have habits we do every day. The key element is the intentions. For example, for those who are out there, whatever term or phrase you use, that are involved in some form of light work, um, rituals, spells, you got to realize that our ancestors, whether they was of the dark or of the light, perform rituals, spells every day. In fact, before there was um, religions, before and let's speak on this land, before the natives were introduced by the invaders, the settlers, there was always spiritual rituals, but they use herbs, roots. And we call that utilizing things that were part of source. What is source? Source is basically where did you get it from? And if you got it from a natural source, there's nothing wrong with that. You can't say um, turmeric is evil. You can't say um, salt is evil. You can't say honey, cinnamon is evil. You can't. You can say it, but what basis do you have? Folks eat shit, herbs, spices, plants every day, all day, 24/7. So it's nothing wrong with you eating roots, herbs, and spices. They don't look at that. But there were not doctors. There were not clinics. There were not OBGYNs and primary care providers. And so what they did was all medicine is based on herbs, spices, roots. All medicine, the source of all medicines is based on herbs, spices, plants, roots. So when you hear people say things like root worker, all they basically saying is it's somebody. So before we had these religions, our ancestors, they used source. Where did it come from? How did they know to use cinnamon, salt, turmeric, different various herbs and spices? How did they know? Universe. The universe. So this full moon in Aries. So if you out here doing spell work, rituals to protect yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're going to use rituals based on religion, ain't nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned. It's the results. Not only that, it's the intent. So if I'm out here, say, doing spell work, if you will, to deceive or to cause harm to somebody, then there's this energy that governs this planet that's called Saturn. Authority, karma, power. And we have to face the consequences. Not to go too deep. P. Diddy had fun. He enjoyed what he was doing. Deceiving people, lying to people, doing ritualistic, ceremonial activities, taking part in. Little did he know, because he relied on quote unquote God of the Western civilizations, Jesus of the Western civilization. There's no power in these names, these titles. So now, just like him, R. Kelly, who just anybody, your mother, your aunties, your granddads, your great grandparents, if you're out here and you're doing spell work and your intent for the ritual is to harm somebody, There is a fate, an ending, destiny that's involved with it. B. Diddy, everybody was looking, wanted to be around. Everybody want to be around you when you making all that money and you got all this attention. Hit that like button, y'all. And you doing your thing. People can get caught up in the spell work. Ain't nothing wrong with attracting abundance using source. That's how it's been done for thousands of years. But if I utilize these rituals to hurt people, to harm people, to mislead people, to deceive people, your ass is going to end up like Diddy. And instead of in physical jail, you're going to be in spiritual jail. You're going to be in spiritual violation. So if you think somebody, one way to get caught up is in your mind. You think, you believe that somebody is doing spell work on you. And then in your mind, oh, somebody doing spell work on me. Well, let me go and do what? Retaliate. You have no proof. The only proof you have of somebody doing spell work is in your mind on you. But one proof you do have, if you retaliate and your intent is to do something to harm, deceive, mislead, block, then you're going to have to deal with the consequences. So this full moon in Aries, it's about motivation. The full moon in Aries can give you the motivation to push through limitations and strive for greatness. And that's what a lot of people is doing. Even people are doing things, people start doing things and they don't know. For example, this full moon energy, this motivation right now in what they call early voting. You got a lot of people out here, they feel motivated, inspired to go and vote because of this transformative energy that's called Pluto. And people are now realizing all of this change that's in the energy, in the atmosphere, in the environment, but they can't explain it. But they still doing it because what's above our head actually has a direct, profound effect on what's going on down here on planet Earth. So self-discovery, it's like this is a time for self-discovery and standing up for what you believe in. Again, I'm just giving you scenarios and example of the energy and how it's playing out in our everyday life. So for example, self-discovery. This is full moon now in Aries. People are discovering for themselves in this political environment that you got people, you got a candidate, both of them. They're very inspired right now. But you got one particular candidate, don't nobody know who the fuck who she is. They don't know what she stands for. Yeah, she was the vice president, but some people are utilizing this full moon and Aries energy to come into self-discovery, meaning that, quote unquote, since they got it out there, a lot of the brothers, right? They're not falling for this bullshit coming from Kamala Harris. They're not falling for this bullshit coming from the Democratic Party. They're not falling for this bullshit that's being spewed out there by the former president Barack Obama. They're not. So they coming into self-discovery. What's another self-discovery with this full moon in Aries? A lot of people, see, they didn't take into consideration social media and AI hundreds of, not even hundreds of years ago. For example, I shared a chart that was out there that was out there in the media that shows that they utilize a date, and that date was 1960. Let me give you an example of self-discovery. So a lot of people now are discovering that, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that before 1960, our ancestors, our parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents, you couldn't get them to fuck with no damn Democrat? Because before 1960, black folk wasn't no Democrat. Before 1960, that doggone Democratic Party didn't want you to have a right to vote. They voted for you not to have a right to vote. Now they want you to vote for them. So self-discovery, so it's kind of like that King of Sword energy. So the brothers is like, wait a minute, let me take my heart, let me take my emotions out of this equation. And they're coming into this self-discovery. So full moon or ending or eclipse or getting rid of what no longer serves you, that's this energy right here. Mars rules the first house, Aries. Aries is the beginning. So energetically, this is the beginning of transitioning by way of self-discovery that, wait a minute, go all the way back to 1960. So the brothers, some sisters too, I'll just say our people, a lot of our people are realizing and they are discovering that, wait a minute, we done gave y'all over 50 years, been voting for y'all over 50 years, not knowing the history of these people. So this self-discovery, now it's a time of self-discovery, meaning that you're standing up for what you believe in. And a lot of people don't believe in this bullshit that the Democratic Party has been spewing out since 1960. Had not King got locked up in 1960 when Kennedy and what's his name, the other president, Richard Nixon, who was a Republican, if Martin Luther King had not been locked up, he'd have supported Nixon. Barry Goldwater scared them. Scared the shit out of them. But then they flip the script and make it seem like Barry Goldwater. Our people are so quick to run as soon as we're faced with problem. They run. Cowards. Why? Because they don't know who they are. Letting go is time to let go of habits, situations, and relationships that no longer serves you, and it blocks you from self-discovery and motivation. It blocks you. They messing with my video, but that's okay. It blocks you. So courage, Aries brings about courage and motivation to align with the life your soul wants to live. Let me say that again. Aries, first house, discovery, self-discovery. It motivates us to align our life with what the soul desires to live. So there's this energy of independence, right? And it's basically embracing your independence and fiery spirit, meaning that you just saying to yourself, wait a minute, now that I am motivated and I have the courage, the self-discovery to go after the things that I desire in life, if you will, it gives you this here element of energy of independence. And you become passionate because Mars and Aries is all about passion, it's all about action, it's all about motivation. And so people just want their independence. People want to be free. On the level of family, friends, and lovers and relationships, there's a lot of people right now that want out because they're discovering that, wait a minute, I'm no longer benefiting off of this here. Now, if you tied up into rituals and spell work and you with someone and you codependent on someone or what have you, some people now are realizing, wait a minute, that's their shit. They can take that away. What is you codependent on somebody? You living in their house, driving their car, they're giving you money, they taking care of you. Then what if they go through this here full moon and Aries energy and says, wait a minute, I'm no longer benefiting from your ass riding on me. I'm no longer benefiting from me taking care of your ass. Because when people are taken care of, if you're being taken care of and being provided for, and then your ass is not living up to whatever it is that is the expectation of the person that's taking care of you, that shit's gonna end. So now with this full moon in Aries, now you trusting in your own instincts. Trust your instincts and don't shy away from taking the lead or action or control of your life again. And the primal energy aspect of it, Aries is known for primal energy, meaning and confidence. And then not only that, you want to act properly, pushing every individual to act properly in their life rather than dwelling on fears or uncertainty. Some recommend being soft during the full moon and allowing deep secrets. That's the Pluto aspect. Deep secrets. Pluto in the 10th house, 29 degrees. And allowing these deep secrets to reveal themselves without reacting. So if you find out things about people, don't react. When you find out people been doing dark shit, betrayed you, sending you negative energy, don't react. But a lunar moon ritual is to write what you would like. Listen, lunar ritual, it can be something simple as something from the earth, like this tiger eye, to write what you would like to release on a piece of paper. Back then, they did it on stone or papyrus, but write it on a piece of paper and ceremoniously discard it. It's just that simple, folks. And we've been doing this here. Our ancient parents has been doing this here for hundreds of thousands of years. for millions of years. So when the moon, listen, so with the moon reaching its peak in the bold and assertive sign of Aries, themes like courage, again, independence and action take center stage. So I'm so glad that I'm at a point in my life that this full moon in Aries, if you take advantage of it, folks, it can welcome in a new chapter in your life, closing cycles, Aries. Now is the time to let go of restraints, restrictions, roadblocks that have been holding you back. So pushing through the limitations and striving for greatness. So the energy and force of the full moon gives you motivation to do so. When it comes to, in terms of the election, there's so many people, I'll just say, especially my people, people of shades, various shades, people of color, even, and when I say this here, humans, there are Democrats, white, that realize that the Democratic Party is no longer serving them. So they're changing. There are whites, and these are all classes, titles, privileged titles, that are realizing, just like you are realizing, that before 1960, your parents wouldn't dare. You couldn't get a Jesse Owens, you couldn't get a Frederick Douglass, you couldn't get a Harriet Tubman, you couldn't get these people, you couldn't get a Nat Turner, whatever, whether they real or fake. You could not get these people to vote for these damn Democrats. You couldn't. Martin Luther King voted Republican. Go pull up Martin Luther King's voting record. That's public information. There's access. There's a way you can get that information. And let me tell you something. The fact that this man was the catalyst to a lot of people of color voting Democrat. Just because Bobby Kennedy goes to his brother, John F. Kennedy, candidate running against Richard Nixon, King and some of his comrades, they get locked up in the middle of an election cycle. So Kennedy, Democrat, used that as a political tool by going and bailing out Martin Luther King, a Republican, before he got locked up. So the Democrat candidate, John F. Kennedy, bailed him out. Him and all of his comrades. And he did that press conference and said that he was giving his support because after the convention, the Republican convention, in which you had a lot of black folk, if you will, that was congressmen and senators. Go back and look at history. They scared them. In Chicago. Same place. That's a battleground right now. And ever since then, Our people been voting Republican. Now look at what it got you, because why? Your ancestors would dare to their dying death, if you will. They dare not to support a party, a political party, that didn't even want them to be free as slaves and sharecroppers, that didn't want them to be free and have the right to vote, that wanted to keep in play slave patrol, that hung your ancestors on a cross in the name of their Jesus that hung on the cross. This ritualistic symbolism, they've been hanging us virtually, psychologically, sacrificing us ever since. Now that this ritualistic spell, because of Saturn and Pluto, is being broken, a lot of our people are waking up to the fact that we have been sleeping with the enemy, supporting the enemy. The same people that hung you, your parents, and they still doing it today. People are realizing that they're not going to do that anymore. That's full moon in Aries. I personally feel that this election cycle is historic in many ways. The main one that is making it historic is you're seeing an exodus, mainly of the brothers, but sisters too. You're seeing an exodus because of our ancestors enlightening us. You're seeing an exodus of our people going back to their quote unquote political roots before 1960. And the Democrats don't like it. So what are they going to do? These evil motherfuckers, black, white, pea green, I don't give a damn. These evil people are willing to sacrifice. So when you take being descendants of people who actually truly died, and our ancestors since 1960, who haven't, their spirits don't die, souls don't die, bodies stop breathing. And they have revealed to people like me years ago in college. I look back now, back in 1984, when I first cast my first vote to vote, and the only time that I voted for president. And I realized my mama was a Democrat, my daddy was a Democrat, right? And when I look back, I'm like, damn, so was I tricked? Did they trick me into pulling out of this hat that the instructor gave us, pulling out of this hat in a political science class? Damn, I'm like, damn, why in the hell I pull Republican? So now I got to go out and debate on behalf, support Ronald Reagan. So in college, when you had to go and research, you had to come up with your argument why you thought the Republican Party was better or should be the ruling party over the Democrats. If I'd have pulled out the Democrat, I'd have been supporting what's his name? Not Jimmy Carter. Could have been. But anyway, so I ended up having to do research on the Republican Party. And that's when I discovered, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me pull up something right quick here while we on this subject in this full moon in Aries. Self-discovery, motivation. Black Republicans before 1960. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. (1872), the Carrier and Ives print showing the first Black U.S. senator and representative, Senator Hiram Revels, Black Republican. Representative of Mississippi, Benjamin S. Turner. Republican out of Alabama, Robert DeLarge. Republican of South Carolina, Josiah Walls. Republican Jefferson Long of Georgia. Jefferson Long of Florida. Republican of Georgia, Representative Joseph Rainey. And Robert B. Elliott, Republican of South Carolina, 1872. Israel Abbott, 1813 to 1887, Republican state representative from North Carolina. Listen to me good, folks. And in 1872 to 1874, David Abner, 1826 to 1902, Republican state representative from Texas, 1874, 1875. Vice president of Republican State Convention in 1876. That was David Abner. Dinah Abramson, 1954 to 2013, author, Republican member of Nebraska, of the state of Nebraska Central Committee. Ali Alexander, born 1984 to 1986, social media personality and activist of African American and Arab ancestry. Archie Alexander, 1888 to 1958, governor of the U.S. Virgin Island, Republican. Walter G. Alexander, 1880 to 1953 is when he was born and died. First African American to serve in the New Jersey legislature. Aries T. Allen, 1910 to 1991 born, chair of the Maryland Republican Party. Y'all got this shit. Claude Allen, born 1960, White House domestic policy advisor in 1960 as a Republican. A woman, Ethel D. Allen, 1929 to 1981, Secretary of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the first African-American woman elected to the Philadelphia City Council. These are Republicans. Richard Allen, 1830 to 1909, member of the Texas House of Representatives. James W. Ames, 1864 to 1944, representative in the Michigan House of Representatives. Renee Amor, 1953 to 2020. That's when she was here, birth and death. Healthcare advocate and founder of the president of the Amor Group, Incorporated. Former candidate for Republican National Committee chairwoman, Charles W. I can go on and on and on and on. Caesar Anton, 1836-1921, 13th Lieutenant Governor of State of Louisiana. Benjamin W. Arnett, 1838 to 1906, elected to the Ohio General Assembly, 1885. Alexander Asbury, 1861-1903, member of the Texas House of Representatives. Walter Blackman is the first Black Republican elected to the Arizona legislature. Edward Brooke was the first African American popular elected to the United States Senate. Heron Revels was the first Black U.S. senator. However, he was elected to office by a legislator. Pearl Bailey, y'all heard of her, the singer, 1918 to 2001, the singer. She was appointed to America's Ambassador of Love by Richard Nixon. Jose Celo Barbosa, 1857-1921, medical doctor, sociologist, political leader, one of the first persons of the African American descent to receive a medical doctorate degree in the United States, founder of the Republican Party of Puerto Rico. This is why our people are waking the fuck up politically. Because now all they got to do is go do what I just did. Research. Then you come to a self-discovery. That's full moon and Aries energy. Now you become motivated. Just imagine if you find out something like who your real mom is, who your real dad is. That's self-discovery. That's going to motivate you. And now you don't want to retaliate and be angry at people. Just take your independence. Free yourself. Barack Obama, origin, it's questionable. Kamala Harris, origin, it's questionable. Barack Obama's parents, listen to me good, folks. Barack Obama's parents, grandparents, and ancestors ain't never, ever, you'll never find them mentioned in what I'm reading on the Republican side. Kamala Harris, you will never find any of her parents, her or anybody. So these people that are questionable at best never ever supported none of these. Why you don't hear about Barack Obama talking about these people? Why you don't hear Kamala Harris talking about these people? If anything, she should have been doing like I'm doing. She should be out there right now publicly. She can't do this shit. Brothers and sisters, on behalf of Pearl Bailey, who was a beautiful singer, was appointed to America's Ambassador of Love by Richard Nixon. Why they don't talk about this shit? Why she don't talk about Anna Sims Banks, 1862 to 1923, first female delegate at the Kentucky's 7th Congressional District Convention in Kentucky? Why isn't Kamala Harris and Barack Obama talking about my folk? Because my people was not Democrat. Ooh, They don't. Hey, look. J. Kenneth Blackwell, born in 1948, former Ohio State Treasurer and Secretary of State, 2006 Republican candidate for governor of Ohio. Why are they not talking about these people? Because they're Republicans. Our history, our story is etched in the Republican Party. So then you have these evil ass fucking Democrats who saw that they were losing us as sharecroppers, as what they call slaves. Because they use fear, the cross, KKK. You burn a man on a cross and have his whole family watching this shit. The fearful and the afraid is going to do something. What they going to do? Back off. And that woman, that black woman holding on to her little son while he's watching his daddy being burned on the cross. She's willing to do anything to keep her son off that burning cross. And they take the same religion, listen to me good, to extract fear with hell and heaven, while they benefit. The Democratic Party has made trillions of dollars off of the labor of our people out of just straight fear. 40-40. Me personally, you didn't hear me say Trump name. I'm gonna respond to this here. Whoever said this right here, they got a point, Callie. The brothers I know, they not supporting Trump because they like Trump. I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I didn't vote for Trump in 2020. I'm not really voting for Trump this time around. You know what I'm doing? I am honoring these people that I just called out who would dare not. Because if the Democrats win, you think you screwed. They already showed you how much they give a fuck about you politically. See, before Abraham Lincoln, who, if you don't know, was a black man, melanated, that's why they killed him. There was not a white man living back in the day that wanted your parents and my parents to be free. And we are the original Republican Party. But some of these here dark ass fucking folk infiltrated our party, just like they did in 1960. And they became Republicans. That's why you got the descendants of the Bushes, the descendants of the Cheneys, the descendants of the Clintons, the descendants of the Romneys, the descendants of all of these motherfuckers that are Republicans. They were once Democrat. You take Trump, whose ancestral lineage is German. Now, I might say something controversial and it might shock the shit out of some folks. Hitler never ever, Germany, Hitler told the truth. You know, you had, who was that? Roosevelt, Eisenhower, that sent Hitler a telegram. I think it was in I want to say 1934, 1935, somewhere around in there, sent Hitler a telegram saying, why are you enslaving and killing the so-called Jews? Hitler responded and said, I learned it from y'all, how y'all enslaved the real, quote unquote, chosen people, Jews, if you will, Hebrews, black people. I learned it from y'all. I took it out of y'all's playbook because Hitler did not acknowledge and recognize them being God's chosen people are real Jews. They are of the synagogue of Satan. Right now, everybody from Clive Davis all the way back, I mean, I'm just telling y'all facts now. The Jews run Hollywood. The Jews run the music industry. The Jews are head of these corporations. The Jews running the political party. The Jews own media. The Jews. And you look at P. Diddy now. Now P. Diddy wish he wouldn't have never fucked with that damn Jew. The Jew got him fucked up now. You see? That's why in the book of Revelation, it even says in their own book, it says, no, y'all are not the Jews, God's chosen people. You're of the synagogue of Satan. Basically, you are of evil. Why would I support a people that they own God of the Bible has rejected them? For what? So-called killing his son. If that story is true, I guarantee you on that cross, just like with the KKK, I bet you it was a black man up there on that cross. And that thief and that murderer, I bet you they was European. I got facts, proof, and receipts, and they don't like me. This is why they block me. This is why I get email every now and then from Washington, D.C., telling me about rhetoric and telling me about black identity extremists, taking down. I posted a post dealing with Barack Obama, his policy. I did a post dealing with Kamala fake Harris. And TikTok said, get your ass out of here. I did that shit back in 2016. They said, get your ass out here. Trump, man, look. They'll talk about, well, remember over in Virginia when he went in Charlottesville and he did this here. Okay, so who are you afraid of? What somebody say or what somebody do? Did he kill any black people? Name one person Trump responsible for killing. Name one person Trump is responsible for hanging. I just told y'all I didn't vote for the man either time, 16 or 20. Name one black person. Don't you know if Trump would have killed a black person, that them goddamn Democrats will have that shit all over social media right now? I'm voting on behalf of the party. I ain't cast my vote since 1984. And if I can vote for Reagan by default, by accident, by way of a political science class in the heat of an election, I'm sharing with y'all. Let me end this here. Y'all get my blood pressure up, and I don't even have blood pressure. Deneen Borelli, born 1969, conservative author, radio and television personality, and columnist. A Republican black sister. Mary Booz, 1878-1955, Republican National Convention member from Mississippi. Do I need to go on? How about Lynette Boggs, born 1963, Las Vegas City Councilwoman, former Clark County, Nevada Commissioner, former candidate of the United States House of Representatives. Oh, I didn't mention that Frederick Douglass, when he ran as a Republican for president. Do I need to go on and on and on and on and on? I can go on and on. Harrison Ian Bowie, 1841 to 1909, elected probate judge, Edgefield County, South Carolina in 1875, elected county. See, if they give me a motherfucking mic, me, ain't nobody out here telling y'all this shit. Go find it and bring me the video so I can go and support that person. It's just that people like me who Barack Obama's policy with that BIE shit label me as a black identity extremist and took down my platforms because it was growing too fucking fast. Because why? I'm spitting out this here information in 2016 and 2015. Jeanette Bradley, born 1952, Republican, former treasurer of the state of Ohio. Julian Bradford, born 1981, Wisconsin state senator. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Y'all gonna make me mess around. See, hey, Janice Roger Brown, born 1949, U.S. Court of Appeals judge, California Supreme Court judge, and civil servant, Republican. Jeremiah A. Brown, 1841-1913, elected to the House of Representatives, 1885. Do I need to go on? Blanche Bruce, woman, 1841, 1898. U.S. Senator from Mississippi, first African-American to serve a full term in the United States Senate as a black Republican woman. Ooh, Nanny Helen Burroughs, 1878 to 1961, educator, activist, and feminist, Republican. Should I go on? Yvonne Brown, 1952 to 2012, birth and death, if you will. First female black Republican mayor of the state of Mississippi. And I ain't even got started. So what I'm going to do for the next 20 days, for the next 20 days, I'm going to cast my vote on behalf of my ancestors. These folks that I'm calling out. Not because of Donald Trump, but I respect the fact Barack Obama folks had slaves. Kamala Harris folks had slaves on this land and in Jamaica. Barack Obama's grandmother, her mother, right? So which would make it Barack Obama's grandmother and great-grandmother. They connected to an oil guru, white. Barack Obama's grandmama and George Bush, the son George Bush, Barack Obama and them, they family, folks. They family. Kamala Harris is running for president as a Democrat. Watch this. So you've had Barack Obama to endorse her. You had Hillary Clinton to endorse her. Joe Biden to endorse her. Bill Clinton, like I said, to endorse her. Now, that's the Democrat side endorsement, former presidents and presidential candidates. Let's get over to Trump. How many, you ain't seen George Bush endorse Trump? You don't see Dick Cheney endorsing Trump. Why? Because they are DNA political Democrats. Trump's an outsider. So I'm going to, this is what I've been working on for years. So I want to post this full moon in Aries to hopefully motivate one person at a time to just think. Your ass been on a damn political spell since 1960. So your ancestors is like, oh, y'all struggling out here. All my babies is struggling. My sure is struggling. And your ancestors is like, baby, you know why you struggling? No, ancestors, why we struggling? Why we can't get shit? Why these motherfuckers won't do shit for us? Your ancestors said because you voting for the fucking enemy. We can't support you. We can't bless you. We can't elevate you. We can't allow you to vote for people who killed us, who hung us, who enslaved us. Because before 1860, there was no such thing as black folk voting Democrats. Before 1860, that was our party, the Republican Party, party of the blood. Blood representing symbolically our land. They infiltrated us. Fuck them. Man, and Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, they know this shit. But you ain't gonna hear them mention none of these folks. I ain't even got started. I told people back in 2016, during the primaries, I said, look, y'all, we need our own party. We don't need these Democrats and Republicans, but it's too late. Well, it's never too late, but we're not motivated to. I know one damn thing. I'm going to do my part in revealing the truth. This shit's crazy. This shit's crazy. You ain't hearing no black folk out there talking about, hey, wait a minute, y'all. In 1988, when we became African Americans, coined by Jesse Jackson, who was also a Republican before 1960. Ain't nobody talking about, you don't hear people on there with their political talking points. Hey, black people, y'all don't remember when Trump was the only person, in the first person rather, white, billionaire, to endorse Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson in a wheelchair right now. He can't even return this man a favor. I don't fuck with them boulets. And in my upcoming book that it just keeps being revised, I'm just going to have to do it in volume. Because I got, folks, look, I'm telling you, I got totes of tablets of shit that I've been just keeping history of. I have to hide shit from people. Because there's evil motherfuckers out here that'll get a hold of my shit and burn it. They don't want you to know the truth. And this shit pisses me the fuck off. That our people would rather do spell work on each other. They don't realize. We don't realize that we're going to have to go back to our roots as root workers to defeat our enemies spiritually. You're not going to beat them with guns. You're not going to beat them with bombs. You're not going to beat them with money. You're going to have to beat them with the spiritual universe. Just like Haiti did to the French. It's the only way you're going to win now. I told them back, I told my Facebook and Instagram family back in early 2016, look, y'all quit doing spell work and wishing evil on each other and got us out here arguing with each other and got us divided. Y'all need to do like them, like your brothers and sisters from Haiti. You want to defeat the French? You want to defeat these folks? You got to put something on them. Y'all be sending me negative energy. Send that shit to your fucking enemy. Send that shit to people who's a threat to you. Stop sending it to me. Stop sending it to each other. I'm not no threat to y'all. Oh, shit. So now my ancestors, on behalf of me and others, they finna sabotage the whole political structure, Republicans and Democrats. And this is coming to an end. Thank the universe for Pluto. Because by 2043, 2044, there will not be no American Constitution. You don't believe me, do you? I'm glad you don't believe me. You ain't gonna have no fucking Constitution. This damn place is finna get ready to transform and fall, just like they mama Europe, the British, the Royals, just like they grandmama Rome and they great grandmama Greece. All this shit's coming to a fucking end. Go look at what's going on in Greece. You motherfuckers damn near like it was down in Venezuela. Look at Germany right now. And the same liberation amongst people of color like me and you all over the planet, there's getting ready to be a spiritual revolution. And my ancestors, along with the universe, is finna set the record straight and get this shit back in order. And you ain't gonna have to fire one damn bullet. You ain't gonna have to drop one damn bomb. You ain't gonna have to have one goddamn dollar. It's gonna be done spiritually. What's up, everybody? I'm done. Sure am. My brother, guided by spirituality. What up, Cali? Say, cast a spell to be rich. See, some of our people, they've been sending each other. Look at that, they fucking with my video. Some of them been sending dark energy and spell work. You got families, big mamas and aunties and shit, been doing the spell work on their own fucking children. I know that shit is the truth. Why? Because it took place in my motherfucking family. All ancestors ain't the same. You got dark ancestors and light ancestors. I'm not doing shit. All these, listen, more, I'm going to give you some more facts. You ain't got to believe me. More spell work, dark spell work, is done in the church and in the mosque and in the temples than anywhere else on the planet amongst our people. I remember when I was a pastor, I wasn't running around and shit laying hands on motherfuckers. Excuse my French. 52 as I say that. Nor did I like a motherfucker laying. You don't need to lay your. If you got power, motherfucker, you ain't got to touch me. You ain't, don't pour no Diddy oil on my motherfucking head. Have me under some motherfucking spell. It's more evil, sinister corruption, spiritual corruption, dark spiritual corruption in church than anywhere else, any other institution amongst our people. That's why I walked away. Main reason. 1999. I told my bishop, even though I was a pastor, I told my, look, man, I can't do it no more. What's going on, bro, pastor? Come by my office. Let's talk. I went by my office. I said, look, here's my title. Here's everything. Here's everything. You all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm so much fine. I'm so wonderfully fine. Because for the past 5 years, I've been researching my ancestral history. And it is not connected to this goddamn cult called Christianity. You can have this. I'm done. Deuces. And I walked out of his office. And they bashed the fuck out of me. How you gonna ban me from something that I'm no longer a part of, you dumbass? Yeah. Motherfuckers pouring Diddy oil and shit over your head. I'm not gonna be a part of some organization or no institution and shit that I gotta drink symbolically, ritualistically, somebody else's blood. But then I'm supposed to be evil. I'm not finna support no damn institution and shit. That I gotta eat symbolically, ritualistically, somebody's body, flesh. Ooh. No, see, the Bible said, this just shit. Fuck what the Bible say. What did the universe say? What did my ancient ancestors say? They don't even fuck with no Bible. I ain't fucking with it. They want to pour Diddy oil and shit over your damn head. God told me to anoint you with oil. And go pour some oil on your head and your ass leave there more fucked up than you was before that oil touched your head. Transferring dark, negative, ritualistic energy on you when they put their hand. No. Nah, you won't get me like that no more. Let me get out of here, y'all. Come back with this card of the day. What's up, sure? Hey, everybody good? Y'all good? Y'all good? Cali, y'all good? Hood Gorgeous, you good? Everybody good? Shamika, you good? I know you good. K. Elam, I know you good. Huh? Everybody good. Yeah, y'all good. Should you come here, you got to be good. You got to be in your right mind to deal with me. What's up, Sweet Sloan? You good? Everybody good? Everybody good? Fuck them. What's up, you? Fuck them damn demon crats. They kiss my ass. K-File, what's up? What's up? What's up? Danique, everybody, Cancerian girl, y'all good? Amber, everybody good? Yeah. I'm going voting today. Not casting my vote on behalf of Donald Trump, but casting my vote on behalf of my ancestors. That was the OG, as I just read to you. And I didn't even go back far. People don't even realize we have what? 6, 7, 8 presidents in America on this land before George Washington. All melanated. Before George Washington. They took our platform. They took our way of governing. They took our template that we had already had established. All these what y'all call Black Wall Streets. This shit this shit went back way before Oklahoma. We had everything. Everything. Before that was the motherfucking George Washington. We had leaders. There were many nations within this one circumference that you call Canada, North America, and South America. All of this here. They don't even want to tell you about the pyramids that your parents on this land built, along with celestial, spiritual beings. Fuck them. To the ninth power. We'll see y'all for the card of the day. Peace, full moon. Time to release. It's time to free your mind, your consciousness of this here blockage, this bullshit. Peace to the ancestors.